The France-Morocco game is officially over. France making it to the World Cup final for a second World Cup in a row at the expense of the first African semifinalists, Morocco. We got a lot to say about it. Per usual, stick around throughout the video. We're 3 away from 100 subs, so if you want to help us out, please consider subscribing. Notifications on, like the video, all those things to help us out. So let's get right into it. Like I said, France making it to the World Cup. What do we think about the game, though? It was interesting one, a lucky one per se for a certain team. I don't know what we think.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the goals were a little lucky, but I mean, you don't win a game just off of being purely luck. I mean, France are a good team. They played defensively well. I mean, Morocco, yeah, sure, they had a lot of the ball and they were more convincing going forward, but they still only had
Hmm.
what 3 shots on target. Like, I I think it was a mixture of France just. I mean, there was obvious they wanted to play like this. They were dropping off. They weren't really pressing. I think this goes back to many games we've seen where the just because the stronger team doesn't play with the ball doesn't mean they were outclassed or completely outplayed or in any regards. Because I don't think that's true. I think
Right.
there's have people say, "Oh, France was so lucky to come out of this. Morocco should have gone through," and I can't agree with that. Do I think Morocco
Mm.
played well and they could have gone something out of this? Absolutely, but France are a top team and they wanted to play like this and they used their quality to get 2 goals. A little bit of a deflection on the first one. On both actually, there were deflections
Both
on
of them,
both,
yeah.
but I don't know. I think France deserved to go through just because they played the way they wanted to. They soaked up pressure. They knew Morocco were probably weaker going forward than defensively, and especially
Hmm.
since they got that early goal, they were able to really use that game plan well. And let's be honest, Morocco are the final ball wise, they're not that great. They really couldn't get like that really good pass in or that really good shot on target, and because of that, their best chance was probably that bicycle kick, which would have been insane if that
Yeah,
went in.
that would have been
But
beautiful.
besides that, I feel like they were kind of, I don't know, they're kind of lacking up front, which we kind of all expected because they don't exactly have that huge quality up front, and
Right.
I think France deservedly go through. But all respect to Morocco, they are a good team, and they almost came out with something here, just a little bit of lack of quality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna mention the stats against France. I mean, despite the fact you did say, of course, we don't France. This is the way France wanted to play. If I feel like
Mhm.
if they really wanted to, they could have just went forward the whole time and kept Morocco on their back foot.
But I think that's
Um.
playing it right into what Morocco wants, and I think
Yeah.
that's
No,
personally I like the
definitely.
way Deschamps set it up. I mean he got the win. I mean it worked out, right? So
Yeah.
like we can't really criticize.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I
okay. So, if, like, for the stats wise for the game, like this is more so to promote Morocco and how well because they played very well
Mhm.
against
Yeah.
a strong French squad, regardless of if France wanted them to, like if that was their game plan. But Morocco had 13 shots in total. France had 14. Both had 3 shots on target. Morocco had 62% possession versus um a strong French squad, which I think. I mean, looking at it, I think they kind of France took a very like Dutch approach and how they played against the USA.
Yeah.
They forced Morocco to play a way they aren't used to and haven't that didn't bring them
Mhm.
success. That was World Cup, and I mean, despite it, Morocco played very strong. Morocco adapted to it very well, I feel,
Yeah.
and they had the chances. Like it's the final third, the lack of a final third that ruined them. But they had the chances. They played very well, but France kicked off how they wanted to, and I mean that first France goal, like how early it was, helped them so
Mhm.
much.
It
It
did.
really did.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Andres. I'll cut you off.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say I feel like France's game plan was to go at them, Morocco a little bit, but when you score that goal so early on, you don't need to anymore. You can just sit back
Mm,
and let them dictate the tempo of the game to an extent because
true.
you can hit them on the counterattack because Dembele showed his pace today. I thought
Yeah.
he had some moments where he showed his quality. Mbappe, he has quiet game from him. Second goal both goals came from his block shot. So and plus he drew in defenders well. But my player I want to highlight is Hugo Lloris. He saved all the
Mm-hmm.
shots on goal. Even the bicycle kick was saved by him. Yes, it was going
Mm-hmm.
to hit the bar, but he still saved it
Yeah.
nonetheless. So shout out to him, my goalkeeper of the tournament so far, in my
Mm,
opinion. But yeah, he came up big for them, I thought. Attacking wise, I mean, we've said this before in previous episodes. Morocco's attack is not good. It's
yeah.
good, but it's not. If you need going forward, they're not that big of a threat, and France knew that, so that's why they're willing to sit back and not try and extend the lead. And yeah, both goals extremely lucky. I mean, it's so funny. My dad would probably say like soccer gods were just in favor of France. France deservedly won that game though. Yeah, the thing is, it's unfortunate to them because people will say Morocco should have won and deserved to win, right? But the thing is that their shots that they didn't score or like were on target hit the post. Like Giroud hit the post on that shot. Like if that went in, that there would be no complaints. Or like Morocco was making last-ditch tackles to block shots that were going in. So it was like, they deserved to win. They were the better side by far. Their goals unlucky. But if people are just going to look at the goals and be like, oh, well, they just got really lucky. Yeah, lucky, but that's football. It gets lucky. It doesn't matter how you win. They get through. But yeah, Morocco, all credit to them. Great journey. I mean, that's something the players will never forget for sure. They'll tell that story forever. And hopefully they come back and stronger next World Cup. And then also all the other African teams also come back stronger too. A little inspiration maybe for the future generations.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like to have taken down Belgium, Spain, and Portugal on your way to the semifinals is a huge accomplishment on its own, and to be the first African team to make a semifinal was great, for sure. And like sets up a pathway, I feel, for a lot of other African teams. I mentioned this in one of the other videos too, and on one of the shorts. Like this is huge for African teams, and it could change a lot of players and stuff. And we could see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this more often. And I would have liked to see Morocco in the final for Morocco's sake, but I think Argentina France is going to be the most entertaining game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm afraid. I'm just like I don't want France to win again, but it's a very real possibility now. So
they have the firepower. The thing is, it's going to be a back and forth game. I 100% believe that.
Yeah,
I think so. It's so up for grabs. I don't know. Are we doing a separate prediction video for this, or are we going to just keep it all together?
It's just one game. I think we may mention here.
Okay. I genuinely I don't know what to say. I don't know who to call for it. I'm being dead serious. It's so up for grabs. Both teams have great attacks. You got Messi and Mbappe. I mean, Mbappe has a chance to win 2 World Cups within 8 years, which would be crazy. Hugo Lloris. I think my prediction is Hugo Lloris has a great game, keeps him in the game. I think this is going to be a keeper wars battle, and whoever has the best fit, whoever's able to have the best quality and finishing will win the game. But that's like for every game, but that's super vague. But like, you know what I mean? Like whoever has the best number 9. So France has Giroud. You got Messi, and I forgot the kid
Julian Alvarez.
Really well. Yeah, you have him. So I don't know. I think it's going to be very close. I think the keepers are going to keep the game very close. So that's my prediction. I think Martinez and Lloris are going to make that game extremely close. But yeah, that's I don't know who to call for if I'm being completely honest with you. For the GOAT, for the people who say Ronaldo is better, if Messi wins, that ends the debate right there. But if Messi loses, the debate continues. That's the thing. You got to think about it. Like, if Messi loses and doesn't win a World Cup, the debate's still going to happen. But, like, if Messi wins, then all you got to say is he won a World Cup. Ends the conversation right there, right?
It's still going to happen, but at the same time, I feel like, to me, okay, like, we're all Messi. Like, Messi is all of our GOATs, personally. And we know that. But to me, I feel like making it to 2 World Cup finals is an obvious upgrade than not from Ronaldo. Like, regardless of if you wanted him or not, like, if you just being able to take your team all the way there, being the main guy of the team, I think that's pretty important too. But everyone's gonna look past that because he didn't win it.
Yeah,
Ronaldo didn't even make it. So I feel like that's a huge.
And Portugal has a better squad than Argentina. So personally, that's what
the past couple times at least, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if he wins the World Cup, ends a debate. But to the people who are like, aren't stupid, it ends the debate right there. But the people that need help, they'll continue the conversation if Messi loses. I just want to see a good game. That's all I want to see. So
yeah, I agreed. I think again it's too close to call for sure. There's so many factors that are going to limit in, like deflections, like today, like that could happen. Yeah. Injuries before, illness before then. I don't know anything.
I think also the 2 players I think that have been super super important for both teams is and I think potentially whoever wins the final might be the golden ball winner, the player of the tournament winner, is between Messi and Griezmann for me. I think they have both been so important for both teams. Obviously, Messi's top assists and top goals, so he's going to be the obvious choice, especially if he wins. But
Yeah.
I don't think we should overlook Griezmann because I've been thinking so much between now and this 2018 World Cup. He's played two entirely different roles, and he's been excelling, and he excelled in both. I think he will finish third in the Golden Ball last tournament. So this tournament, I'm gonna. I don't want to say he's my favorite to win it because I think Messi did better, but Griezmann's been so good, just so important to the French team. And I think whoever is allowed to create more and be more open and allow and play their teammates in will probably allow their team to be more dominant. So I think that'll be interesting to see. And also, the second thing I want to shout out is the Argentina manager Lionel Scaloni. I think France aren't going to change their players unless they get some from illness back, which they might. But besides that, they're not going to change really their players and their system too much. It'll be slight tactical changes, but they played nearly the exact same way in regards to like the setup, like Mbappe in the wing with Dembele on the right, Giroud and Griezmann in the middle, and then the two midfielders. It's been the same really every game, maybe just slightly the way they changed their tactics, but players wise the same. Well, Argentina have been the complete opposite. They've changed almost every game to kind of counter their opponent. Netherlands, they changed the five at the back and they countered the opponent, and it was working great until they kind of choked a little bit, but it worked pretty well. Against Croatia, they play with four midfielders, which they usually don't. They usually play with an extra attacker because it's to counteract the great midfield from Croatia. I think they brought in Enzo Fernandez. I think it was against the game after Saudi Arabia because of the poor performance.
Mexico.
So Mexico,
yeah.
And allowed Enzo Fernandez he wasn't starting, and then he all of a sudden started, and now he's been starting every game because how important he is. So Scaloni's been making tactical changes and getting it. Like if they didn't get it right the first time, he did it right the second time. And so I think Argentina will adapt to France because of how adaptable they are. And then now it just depends on if he gets it right, and then let's be honest, if Messi can kind of have his magic
and perform
one last time.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think it'd be super interesting tactically.
I say Argentina wins because I feel like Argentina's strong suit is breaking that first and second line, if that makes sense. Like you have your midfield line, defensive line, and then you have your attacking line. So usually teams have three lines. If you break that first line, you're not golden. Second line, if you break that second line, you're golden. And then I feel like Messi specifically is really good with his, like I said yesterday, I think his layoff, his one touch layoff passes and their little ticky-tack they do real quick will break that French line, because today they're getting a little bit exposed because Morocco is able to break their first and second line really easily, but their quality, they couldn't beat anyone on the one-on-one, especially Ziyech. I thought he played horrible today. But no one could beat anybody one-on-one. So, but it's Messi. You got Messi who showed the 20-year-old yesterday how not to defend. But I think if Argentina is able to break their line easily and able to drive at defenders and win those one-on-ones, I think Argentina takes the cup. But is it a cup? What do you call that thing? The trophy. I'm just say trophy, I guess. It's not a cup.
Yeah.
But I think that's what happens. But if they can't do it and France is strong in the midfield, then I think it's going to be a much closer game. But if Argentina are able to break that first and second line with ease like they did against Croatia, and if France doesn't make any changes, then I think Argentina wins. That's my new prediction.
I want to say credit to France too, and Didier Deschamps for getting them back to this point, because they have a strong team, but I have a list here. The players are also missing, who would all be key to this team. That being Nkunku, Kimpembe, Lucas Hernandez, Benzema, Ballon d'Or winner Benzema, Mike Maignan in goal. Lloris is picking up the slack by long and far, and Conte and Pogba in the midfield, where Griezmann and Rabiot are killing it, and Tchouaméni as well. So France are missing a lot of their key players and experienced players, and are still dominating, still gone to this final. Just could you imagine the domination they would have had if they had all these strong players back, or not? To be fair, maybe they wouldn't have dominated because of these maybe they didn't perform and
Maybe the
Diddy
curse
still
would have
went
got
on.
them.
Like,
Maybe the curse
Yeah.
would have got them. Who knows?
who knows with more players, complacency and things like that.
But next
all right,
man up
well,
mentality. Next man up, and
There
they're
you go.
showing it.
yeah, and exactly. They've been dominating with, I don't want to say B team, but a lot of second choices. We could do the
Yeah.
injury, and they're killing it. I mean, would Giroud have been given as many opportunities up
No.
top if Benzema and Nkunku were here? Probably not. I mean, they play different roles, but Giroud met, Diddy could have went with a different system with a deeper striker instead of Giroud. Would Griezmann be getting the same opportunities if a Pogba or a Conte were present? No. Or even Nkunku and Benzema? Probably not.
Yeah.
Things like that. Things like that. And it's great to see from this team.
Yeah. I also
before we
wanted to
cap it
say
off here,
we predicted the 2-0 later. We got it
We
right.
did.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
I said
did.
3-0,
Thank you.
but good job. We're one step closer to being football gurus, all of us.
Yeah, if you compare it to our original knockout, this is not anywhere close to what we had said.
No.
Okay, well,
No.
one step closer. Baby steps then.
Baby steps.
Sorry.
Next World Cup. The next World
Next
Cup.
World Cup, we'll get it all right.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just cap it off there then, around 15 minutes. If you got to this point, per usual, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us through the end. Please consider subscribing. Like I said, we're 3 away as of right now from 100 subscribers, and triple digits would be huge. Like the video if you did like it and you want to see more. Turn notifications on if you want to hear about them as they're releasing after the games. We only got 2 more left. Only got 2 more left. It's so sad.
Journey is over.
And
Ah.
I have to go back to club football.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. I enjoy that.
I'm okay with it. Diego's okay with it. I don't know about you, Andres.
Sometimes I want to end it all. No, I'm joking.
At least you're the Raiders. Well, okay.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and peace.
See you guys.
Dickhead.